Welcome to an incomplete guide to personal growth. We invite you to take a breath and take a listen to our podcast that explores the wonder, humor, challenges, and sometimes those self-inflicted wounds on a journey of personal growth.
Our weekly podcast conversations include stories, resources, and tools that you can incorporate into your daily life. We're the mother-daughter duo of Sydney
And Kelly.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, Sydney.
How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm really excited. We've got Glenn Revell here today, and we're just going to have some great discussions about.
So before we get into it, one sad news: my cat died this week. Yeah.
But let's just
Some
start
sad
out
news. But
this
leads us to what I actually want to talk about at first.
The doorbell rang about.
I don't know.
And I thought it was like, oh, Glenn's really early. So I go downstairs, but no, there's just this box outside our door. So, and I see the UPS guy driving off, and I bring it in, and it says,
Live plant,
open quickly. And I thought,
what?
I don't have a plant in my house.
She kills everything.
I can't eat. We don't have a live plant in this house. So I was like, and I looked, and I thought, Paul travels in these.
And people send
when he goes
stuff.
to Asia, they send him some weird stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, did they send him a bonsai plant or something? So I looked and it said, no, Sydney. And I said, Sydney, hurry up and get down here.
I was not about it. And so I went downstairs and I was like, what is this? Why do I have a plant? And so we opened it up. I'm like, what? And it's an orchid.
It's beautiful orchid.
And I'm like, who the heck sent me a flower? Like, what is this?
Yeah.
And then I look it up. It's the vet clinic. Sending their condolences for Bagheera.
And you know what my thought was? That's where that money goes.
Oh.
It was so
savage. But it was very nice, very beautiful, but it was so weird. I've never I've known vets to send letters, send some, but I've never heard of anybody getting a live plant.
But in here, like I said, we don't. That's the first live plant we have in this house, right?
Yes, it is. It's the one and only.
I was thinking the cat's cremated ashes.
I was afraid of that. It might be inside there once I realized who it was from.
Or they're in the soil.
Yeah, I was kind of afraid of that. I
wonder if they do that so that people have something to take care of now that they're done taking care of something.
Could be. I don't know. But
that was the weirdest.
Shock.
That was
really weird for me.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I appreciate the thought, but just weird.
Shout out to the vet, dude.
Right?
Yeah,
shout out to the vet.
they're good. Yes, they are good.
That's what happened to us today.
A live plant. We're going to see how long it lasts in my house.
I know.
We'll keep you posted.
It only has to be watered once a week, but then how do I remember?
It's like the love fern from How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Yes!
You killed the love fern.
God, that movie is so good.
Oh, man. Well, so we have Glenn here today. And I just have to say, I met Glenn several years ago when we were signed up, and we just happened to meet in improv class.
Yes.
I don't
it was
even
like
know
2024, I think.
Yeah.
Or right before. I think it was before. No,
Was it 23?
22 or 23. It was early.
No, you started improv around the time we started this podcast.
Right after.
So it's been 2 years.
2 years at least. And then
So
I started a little bit before.
Probably 2023.
Yeah. It was crazy. But so that's where I met Glenn.
Yes.
And then
now
I ran into him again at pickleball. What can I say?
We're doing just peak white people stuff.
Yes. I feel like...
You know what's white? Improv. What's whiter?
Pickleball.
I'm in, dude.
Yes.
No, right?
And you
indoor,
talk about
no less. Yeah.
Indoor pickleball that you talk about almost every week on this show. But it's fine.
I'm having fun.
But it's fine.
So,
awesome.
But Glenn does a lot of different things. And that's why, and he does he's involved in a lot of leadership positions here in San Antonio. And just from the short time I've known him and the things he's talked about being involved at you played football for a while, and you coached and you do physical training, and you're in various leadership. And I just think, to me, when I think about comedy now, you're a stand-up comic, and I just think that, I thought, that's just constant growth.
Yeah.
That is constant evolving and going, what and how am I going to use my, and I've been fascinated by that. So I thought,
let's do
great
it.
guest.
Yeah.
Great
Cool.
guest.
Thank
Talk
you.
about that. So,
My first question is very practical after reading your bio. So you say where you go to school, but what are your degrees in? You say where you go to school, but I don't see what you actually study.
They're kind of, yeah.
That's funny.
They're not like super applicable to, they're not super traditionally applicable probably to what I do now. So my undergraduate is in sports, fitness, and leisure studies.
Okay.
And then my master's is in education, and it was like a big, like multiple, so coaching, sport, recreation, and fitness administration.
Oh, wow.
And then there were two specialties. So I did the coaching and sports psychology specialty, and then there was a fitness and recreation administration. So I went the sport and coaching psychology route. So kind of to your point, I grew up an athlete, football primarily, pretty much like drove every decision I ever made.
Yeah.
My first word when I was a little kid was ball. And after that, it was just like I wanted to be in the NFL, right? And the only thing I cared about was playing football. So did that in college, did that professionally. Like Kelly mentioned, I played in the Arena Football League for 4 years. And then when I retired, I went back to grad school, and that's when I got my, the psychology, because I kind of realized, and it's branched into what I do now, right? Because I realized, like, to get to, like, let's see, let me like phrase this appropriately, probably, right? To get, like, the best out of someone, you have to understand, like, what motivates them.
Absolutely.
But then which is like their mind, right? Yes. But then once you understand that, like, then you kind of can figure out what their drive is. And then to me, like, that's what's in their heart.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so when I figure out, like, why you do what you do, and if you love it or not, like, then I can coach you way more effectively.
Yeah.
Because I know what inspires you and why you do what you do, right? So that's what my traditional degrees were in.
Gotcha.
And then, like, the Harvard thing was so I did that 2 years ago, I think. And it was like, it's a bunch of academic words, right?
I mean,
leadership, meta leadership, communication, crisis leadership.
National preparedness, leadership initiative. That's cool.
Yeah. And then the one that I just got done doing was the Notre Dame ethical leadership, the Deloitte Center of Ethical Leadership. So those two kind of go together. But so that's kind of like, that is what my degrees were in.
Yeah. But that's the foundation. I think a lot of us start in one, and get your degree, and I'm always amazed at how it can take you in different directions.
You're talking to someone that got a bachelor's in piano performance, a master's in conducting, and then is now going to go to occupational therapy school.
Hey.
So,
My wife is an OT.
Really?
Yeah. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
She teaches in the Baylor Army School of Medicine.
Oh, cool.
So if you want to join the Army, you can get your OTD for free. And all you got to do is serve 4 years.
That's all. Interesting. That sounds like
Well,
I did
not know. You're like, that's all. That sounds like a lot.
I didn't realize
that's like a free degree, dude.
Yeah. Kind of free.
Cool.
Yeah.
I did not know that. That's awesome.
That's neat, though. Yeah.
So how did you go from being all in on sports to like, because like you were in the Arena League for a while, and then you retired, and you were like, well, what do I do now? Is that kind of like what happened?
Yes. It was definitely not that smooth of a transition, to say the least.
Yes.
But, correct. I'm like, my phone is blowing up. It's popular. People know I'm podcasting.
That's right. That's what they all
we should be fine. So, yes, I retired in 2013 at the ripe age of 26. So that was like when I retired from my first career. And then, I spent some time, like, ironically, now it's kind of what I do when I work with professionals in a one-on-one setting. I had a mentor at the time. And I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. And I had identified, like, that I was good with people, and I knew how to coach, and I knew how to interact with people. And so I was looking at a bunch of different things. And in my, like, athletic pursuit, the person that had been really influential for me was my strength coach. Because I kind of say I outworked my talent level, right? And the strength coaches that I had were always around to, like, help me out and do that. So it kind of swayed me that way. So that led to, like, get the master's degree. I was a kinesiology graduate assistant. So I taught like in the classroom and I worked in the human performance lab. And then I also was a strength and conditioning GA. So I worked like hands-on with athletes. So that was cool because I got to see like the theory and the practice together.
Yeah.
So that like went generally well. I climbed the ladder of that world pretty fast.
Yeah.
So I went from an unpaid intern in 2014 when I started grad school. And then before I even graduated with my degree, I was a head Division II strength and conditioning coach. And then plot twist, I got fired before I even graduated.
Oh no.
Which is pretty common for like the world of sports, right?
Okay.
People, like that happens a lot.
Yeah, you never left.
Yeah, like coaches, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I was in West Virginia and I did not love it, so I wasn't sad to get fired.
Yeah.
So essentially, from 2014 to 2016, that's what I did, and I was at 4 different colleges in 2 years, taking some classes remotely because I did an internship in Michigan, and then I got hired at a place in Florida.
Oh my
But
God.
I was still in school technically, so I was like, hey,
Yeah.
I kind of already have a job. Like, can I
Yeah.
just do classes remotely?
And
So-
get there, yeah.
So I go back to walk the stage in December of 2016, and all my friends were like, oh my God, dude, you're already a head strength coach. You're living the dream. And I was like, psych, I just got fired. So that was a very much like welcome to the industry.
Yes. Oh yeah.
And at that point I was like hell bent on like Division I strength coach, football.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I had the experience of being an athlete and playing professionally,
Right.
and I had the right like look about me, and I could walk into a room and command a presence. And football coaches like,
That's what they want.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
So yeah, and then I kind of realized like, ooh, I don't know. That was my first. Looking back on it, I kind of like slowly ratcheted myself down, right? Like
Okay.
before, because it was like
I mean,
7 days a week, or like even the coaching world was like 7 days a week, 12 hours a day.
Right,
I got 2 weeks a year off.
That's it.
I got the week of July 4th off.
Yeah.
And then depending on what other sports I worked with, like I might get another week, but like. So yeah, that was my life
Wow.
at the time, and I didn't care because that's what it took to be
Yeah.
successful.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I kind of started to realize, to your point about like how was the adjustment?
Yeah.
Not good.
Not good.
Because I kind of like as that was happening, I was like, I think I have depression, or I think I have anxiety, and so I went to see a therapist.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, I don't know, didn't
Yeah.
feel right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was like, oh yeah, no, you definitely have like a pretty standard like case of general like anxiety disorder.
Great.
Yeah, cool.
Cool.
Glad that wasn't hard for you to figure out in 7 minutes. But he basically was like, yeah, you're totally, he's like, as an athlete, like you're totally addicted to like dopamine in a different way than, because that's why so many athletes, like when they get done, they become alcoholics or they become drug addicts. Because I had this cyclical cycle for my whole life where like every Friday or Saturday or Sunday, I knew I was going to have this big, massive buildup.
Yeah.
And I was going to play a football game in front of however many people, right? And like get all this endorphins and adrenaline, and I could just rinse and repeat.
Yep.
And then all of that went away.
Fascinating. I had never thought of that as an athlete, the cycle of an athlete.
Yeah.
And so coaches kind of, it's like a, right, it makes sense that coaches would stay in that world because it's similar.
Yes.
And it's very regimented and that kind of stuff.
You're around your guys. You're
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so once he pointed that out to me, he was like, and he just said a bunch of, I was like, oh, wow, well, that makes sense then. So, yes, that's when I kind of realized, and even when we met in 2024, I might have just left coaching as a profession, or I was about to, or 2023.
I think you were right there. Because I remember you were, I think you were doing some coaching, but
So I left it as a profession in June of 2023.
Yeah.
I basically went from the college realm. Then when I first moved to San Antonio, I oversaw strength and conditioning for an entire school district.
yes, that's,
So I had three schools, 7 weight rooms, 800 kids, and 70 coaches that I was in charge of.
Oh my god.
And it was less of a time commitment, but it still was like, not a ton of work-life balance.
Yeah.
And then I went to a private school, and then it was way more manageable. I got to develop some business acumen, and I was kind of like, almost like, I don't even know. I don't want to say like manifesting, but as soon as I like literally spoke the words like I'm ready to be done coaching or like look for other opportunities, like they just started appearing.
That's amazing. But,
that's crazy.
Yeah, I want to go back because I think one of the things you were touching on, or you didn't say it this way, but you had this dream.
Oh,
and
yeah.
what do we do when that dream
isn't
what we thought it might be?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Either because we can't attain it or it just
isn't.
That's not the fulfillment I thought I would have.
Yeah.
Right? And,
for sure.
Yeah.
And to go back and, and how wise to go, I need to talk to somebody else.
Yeah.
And then begin to look internally.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I think you touched on the why so much alcohol and drugs and stuff, because that's hard to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, to your point about like it's funny because you met me doing improv, and that was kind of a pivotal point, like in my life, career. Mm-hmm. What I realized was when I was an athlete, like even though I was an athlete, I still saw myself as an entertainer.
You're a performer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Just looked different.
Yeah.
So then when I did like when we would do improv together, I felt that same thing.
Yeah.
Or now when I speak, or when I do comedy, or
You
when
can get it. Yeah.
And so when I was talking to the therapist, he basically was kind of like those, like the hits that you used to get, you'll never feel it as big as you did.
Right.
Because it'll never be that grandiose.
No.
Well, I say that I just like MC.
Although you were in 22, yeah.
Yeah, I just performed performed right in front of 22,000 people.
Right.
Yes.
And so basically, to your point, like what I did was people in the business world call it a root cause analysis, right? And it was like, why did I really like playing football?
Yeah.
And I loved the relationships I had with my teammates.
Yeah.
Is really what I liked about it, right?
Yes.
And so I realized I could find that doing improv, and then I felt like alive, and I loved entertaining people. So I did this.
That laughter, that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like that root cause analysis thing. I mean, I went through a little bit that too. It's like, why did I love doing music? It's like, well, it was really the people. And it was really like the working with people and seeing them improve. It was like that. So it's like,
For sure.
what's a career where I could get
coaching.
that same feeling,
That's stable.
Or really, that's like leadership. Like coaching, leadership, whatever is just, in my mind, it's like, how do I create or improve the capacity that you have to do something?
Yes. Yeah.
Right? So you can do it through a ton of different. And when I was coaching, that was the vehicle that I used to do it, right? I used the weight room, or I used sports.
Yeah.
And now I just use different tools to get there.
To do that. Yeah.
And I don't know if
I do have a question.
Go ahead.
So you can do leadership in a lot of different capacities. Do you think everybody can be some form of a leader? Do you believe in that philosophy?
Yeah, no, absolutely. You don't have to be like a vocal, like you don't have to have you don't have to be in the C-suite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can just.
But
I think it's one of those things where if you want to develop it, you can.
then you can.
Like some people, it's more innate, or they're more drawn to it.
Right.
And other people, it's like, man, I would. This is not my strong suit,
Yeah.
but I know I need to do this. Like a little more reluctant.
Yeah.
Which sometimes is good because then they don't have that ego attached to it.
Yeah.
But I think for me, like growing up in the world of athletics and like high performance and like having stereotypical boomer parents where it was like A's and B's are the only thing that's acceptable at school, right? Yeah. Like it was, which was it? Now that I'm a parent, even though my child's only 6 months old,
still
I get like, and I'm going down this road of like, I had an epiphany one day. I remember I think I was like 30. I was in my 30s.
Yeah.
And I was sitting at, literally at 410. And I think, what is the name of the street? Crossroads, maybe?
Yeah.
Like by the Holt plant.
Yes.
And I was going to work. And I finally realized like, oh my God, dude. And I cried in my car on the way to work. Because at 30 years old, it finally dawned on me, like, my value is not in my achievements. And it took me that long to get there. Disconnect and figure it out.
That is so hard to do.
Some people never get there.
Yeah, which maybe is one of the reasons why I left coaching in the traditional sense, right?
Because it's still tied to the achievement of winning.
Yeah. Or even just like, but also like, life is cutthroat too.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's this weird balance you have to find where it's like, if you want to be a Division I athlete, you have to do everything right all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you don't do everything right all the time, you're not going to have any chance at all.
No.
But you might not be good. You might not have the genetics to be right. Like, so
That's true.
you hear people talk about the process, right?
Yeah.
Like one of the most, one of the most real quotes I ever heard was like, you owe the process everything and the process owes you nothing in return.
Yes. That is so true.
And in my mind, and like, absolutely there are things that like you get out of, for me, it was athletics, but it can be any extracurricular, any pursuit, and you can take those with you.
Yes.
But in my mind, I was just like, dude, I don't like knowing like the journey I had to go on after I was done playing sports.
Yes.
Like, do I want to be the guy that's instilling and like preaching that message just for these kids to probably not get there?
Not ever get there.
No one's.
I mean,
and we see it on TV. It's very minuscule. And we see it on TV all the time, so we think it's common.
No.
But it's not.
It's so
and
not.
it's not. And I just think I can remember. It happened more recently with you and Lauren, y'all's age group. Athletics was no longer something to be fun.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, we had recreational sports through high school. I played recreational sports.
Yeah.
And I did some in school, but there was a lot outside. You know, but they don't have that.
Yeah.
No.
It's diehard sport.
You're in the pipeline playing club.
Yeah, and it's. I'm sure it's the same with music and other things as well.
Oh,
you put it all in.
You put it all in. Oh, for sure.
Oh.
No, and like that whole thing with everything's tied to your achievements. Absolutely, man. If I mess up on my recital, no. But at the same time, I will say I had a different type of parent who, if I messed up or if I got a bad grade, didn't matter. Yeah. So I think I had the balance of like,
that's good.
I don't have the pressure from anybody else but me.
Yeah.
And so that helped. But yeah.
So that was like, I don't even know how we got to that.
I don't know. Yeah. We got there though.
But that's kind of.
That's why we wander a lot. That's good. That was great talking with Glenn.
That was really good. Really and that's just the first half of our conversation. We needed to cut it because we didn't want a full hour. But we had a long, good conversation. So hopefully you guys got a little bit of a story this week, and then we'll keep it up next week too.
Yeah. So we look forward to next week. We want to take a breath and take a listen.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of An Incomplete Guide to Personal Growth. There are many ways you can stay connected. Follow us on Instagram at An Incomplete Guide Podcast, where you can sign up for our email list and get posts that delve deeper into our weekly topics. Make sure to subscribe to our podcast page wherever you listen to your podcasts. We would really appreciate a rating and sharing us with your family and friends.
We're so glad you chose to spend your time with us and hope there was a thought, a resource, or a laugh that you can take on your journey. We'll be here every Tuesday for you to take a breath and take a listen.